Peace, peace, peace. What's good? What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? I see y'all on the gram. What's up? So what's up, everybody? All right, so we're not gonna keep this long, but we're gonna keep it strong, babe. I'm kind of tired. Everybody's been hitting me up asking me my thoughts. Am I gonna do a video on this? Some of y'all gonna catch this in the morning. Give me 1 second. Let me set my stuff back up. I'm literally just getting in, y'all. So it's 12:44 over here. So it's 12:44 on the West Coast. How's everybody doing? So please come on the feed, big. If you want to talk to me, come on the feed. So some of y'all may not know that I used to have a hip hop show at midnight. At midnight. Let me see if I can pull this up real fast. So come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What's up? What's up? Come on, come on. Where we at? Where we tuning in from? If I come all the way from LA and come all the way up to Oakland, come on, man. What's y'all excuse, B? What's y'all excuse? Peace, peace, peace. Don't forget to smash the like buttons. What's up? Smash the like button, share button. Please do the support button too. That all works. So I want some more people to come on TikTok. We are on TikTok, Real Sabir Bay on TikTok, Real Sabir Bay on Instagram. So come on, y'all. So I want to talk about my sister Assata Shakur for a minute. I'm going to play some videos, and I want y'all to pay close attention to what this sister was saying. So imagine going through what they went through in the 60s and the 70s. Imagine what people was going through in the 60s and the 70s that none of you dudes that's now in your 30s or your 40s and your 50s can ever do what they done. Never do what they done because you don't have the cojones to do what they do. So thank everybody that's coming in and feed with me, baby. Let's go. Let's let everybody else know. We live. I'm in Oakland, California right now. I just got in about 45 minutes ago. So what's your excuse? I'm going to play something. I'm going to open up my lines. Don't come on this feed with any disrespect because if you want me to clap back at you, please don't try me. Don't try me. All right? So I want y'all to listen to this intro. I got into radio. If y'all not familiar with this brother, Mumia Abu Jamal, you should research him. I got into radio because of Mumia Abu Jamal in Philadelphia. You can go check my resume. I know the black conscious people hide it from you, but you can go check my resume. I got into radio because of Mumia and what he was standing for and what he fought for our people. And what black people do is let you down every time. Black folks will always let you down. For real. So I'm going to play something with Mumia. So you got to bear with me because I'm trying to wrap my brain. It was a drive. I didn't fly this time. I drove. So again, man, Mumia Abu Jamal, y'all should really research this man. I'm giving y'all names so y'all can research them. That is really fighters. I want you to research my sister Pam Africa. I want you to research my sister Ramona Africa. We did a video in Philadelphia with I brought brother Taj in on it. We did it at Black and Nobel in North Philadelphia, in Philly. Black and Nobel in Philadelphia. I brought in Ramona Africa, and this never happened this way, y'all. Never happened. I brought Ramona Africa in, and I got to check on her. I brought Taj Tariq Bey in. I brought Pam Africa. All of them lived what Assata Shakur went through. So I'm going to remind y'all. I have the video too. I have the video. So these are the groups that was really fighting, not these fake foundational Black Americans. They're not fighting no system. They're not bucking the system. They're not doing nothing. They're on the white man's platform. The Black Panthers, the real Black Panthers, the MOVE organization, and the Moors, those are the ones that was going into the courtrooms, challenging the court system, challenging the police, even though we get locked up. No other group, if I'm wrong, come on the feed. The Panther Party, the Moors, the MOVE organization fought and still fighting to this day the corruption of this system. We're not on social media talking, B. So when you say a Moor got locked up, those Moors are in there fighting for you, selfish ass Black people. So the MOVE organization, the Moors, and the Panthers, those are the groups that was fighting the system to change it. So this particular brother, Mumia Abu Jamal, I'm from Philadelphia. I remember when the cop got killed in Philadelphia, and he was framing Mumia Abu Jamal, and he's still in jail. So don't come to me with the fakeness, B. Don't come with me with it. So it was Mumia Abu Jamal who got me to get into radio. It was him. No school. I didn't get to go to school to try to figure it out. Nah. I sat in the studio. They liked me. They said, yo, you should do a show. But I was a problem. I was a problem with our people. So it was Mumia that got me into radio. Okay? Not this blog talk, not the YouTube. It was radio. And I'm going to show you, to this day, Mumia is still a threat, even being behind bars. So I want y'all to look up Mumia Abu Jamal. Look up John Africa. Let's go.
To Immortal Technique, and this is Revolutionary. You're listening to Immortal Technique, and this is Revolutionary Volume 2.
Let's go.
Bringing you the truth in the form of hip-hop.
Let's go.
From Death Row, this is Mumia Abu Jamal.
One more time.
You're listening to Immortal Technique, and this is Revolutionary Volume 2, bringing you the truth in the form of hip-hop. From Death Row, this is Mumia Abu Jamal.
Turn it up. Let's go. Man, y'all be watching. Like y'all was waiting for that rapture. Wait for Negroes. Let's go. Once you come in, you can't turn around, baby. Live from Oakland. Let's go.
Lock and load. This is the point of no return. I can never go back. Life without parole. Upstate, shackled and trapped. Living in the hole, looking at the world through a crack. Fuck that. I'd rather shoot it out and get clapped. I
don't think they're catching this, bro.
Yeah. It's that real, that's Tom Brown. Revolutionary Volume 2. It's on now, motherfucker. Lock and load. This is the point of no return. I can never go back. Life without parole. Upstate, shackled and trapped. Living in the hole, looking at the world through a crack. Fuck that. I'd rather shoot it out and get clapped. I've gone too far. There ain't no coming back for me. Auschwitz gas chamber full of Zyklon B. Just like the Spanish exterminating Tainos, raping the black and Indian women, creating Latinos. Motherfuckers made me out of self-righteous hatred. And now you got yourself a virus, stuck in the matrix, a suicide bomber, strapped and ready to blow. Lethal injection, strapped down, ready to go. Don't you understand? They'll never let me live out in peace. concrete jungle, guerrilla war out in the streets. Nat Turner with the fickle pitchfork and machete, the end of the world. Motherfucker, you not ready. This is the point of no return. Nobody can stop it. Malcolm Little when he knelt before Elijah Muhammad that commented, kill the dinosaurs, changing the earth. They love to criticize, they always say I changed for the worse. Like prescription pills when you misusing them, nigga. The Templar Knights when they took Jerusalem, nigga, and figured out what was buried under Solomon's temple. Al-Aqsa, the name is not coincidental. I know too much, the government is trying to murder me. No coming back like cutting your wrists open vertically. How could the serpent be purposely put in charge of the country? Genetic engineered sickness spread amongst me. My people are so hungry that they attack without reason, like a fucking dog ripping off the hand that feeds them. Immortal technique is treason to the Patriot Act. So come and get me, motherfucker, cause I'm not coming back. This is the point from which I can never return. And if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat. Cause if I turn back now, there can never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before. Cause the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore. This is the point of no return, nigga. You better believe this. Mary Magdalene giving birth to the children of Jesus. The evolution of the world, bloody and dramatic. Human beings killing monkeys to conquer the planet. The kingdoms of Africa and Mesopotamia. Machine gun in your body with depleted uranium. This is the age of microchips and titanium. The dark side of the moon in contact with aliens. I started out like Australians, criminal minded, broke into hell, tore it down and built a city behind it. Southpaw, murderous methodology, nigga. Remember that I'm just a man, don't follow me, nigga. Cause once you pass the point, you can never go home. You gotta face the possibility of dying alone. So tell me, motherfucker, how could you die for the throne when you don't even got the fucking heart to die for your own? It rains acid, one day the earth will fry from a stone, and you'll be looking at the world living inside of a dome. Computerized humanity living inside of a clone. This is the place where the unknown is living and real. Wormwood, the planet X, and the seventh seal. Universal truth is not measured in mass appeal. This is the last time that I kneel and pray to the sky, because almost everything that I was ever told was a lie. This is the point from which I can never return. And if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat, because if I turn back now, there would never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before, because the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore.
So every time I think about wanting to give up, y'all hear me all the time say it. I want to give up. I don't get finance from none of these so-called woke conscious people. I don't get finance from corporate America. I don't get finance from these universities. So this is the thing. When you go through these things, you want to give up, but you can't give up. You can't go backwards. You can't. It's hard as shit. I'm literally just getting off the road. I'm in Oakland right now. And the crazy part about it, if this was about money, I will be paid. I'd be crazy paid. So I told y'all, for you latecomers, I've been in a radio game for a very, very long time. A very long time. I started at WRD. That's a so-called black radio station. I started there just being a guest. And this is why the conscious cats don't want Sabir on the show. Because if I'm on your show, I'm 9 times gonna tell you I'm gonna take over your show. I'm gonna keep it in a buck with you. Because I'm authentic in what I do. I remember going into the radio station, and I used to hear Mumia all the time. I used to hear my mother talk about Mumia Abu Jamal and the MOVE organization, and how they was dirty and how they buried their people in the backyards. And I used to hear all this stuff. And I'm like, this shit can't be real. But the media can make you love your oppressor and hate the oppressed. This is how it works. None of them, not even Tariq Nasheed, don't have a long record like me, B. Tariq Nasheed and them dudes, the foundational black American people, they're comfortable, bro. They're comfortable. Comfortable. Somebody's paying them. I don't know who. So I got into radio through being a guest on WRD. I did it from 2003 to 2009. In between that time frame, I was doing another radio station. Like now, I should do a show called Hip Hop After Midnight. Y'all would like to see that? I'm going somewhere with all of this. So I used to do a show called Hip Hop After Midnight, and my GM was Cody Anderson at WRD. And I remember giving brother Cody Anderson a call. It was WKDU. And I told Cody I was at KDU too. So I would do URD on Fridays and I would do KDU on Friday night, 12 midnight. So I remember giving Cody Anderson a call, and Cody said to me, he said, if you can keep people's attention at midnight, you're good. Crazy, right? He would tell me these things, and I would talk about Mumia. I would play Mumia stuff on the radio, and black folks didn't like it. The corporate black people that y'all keep thinking love this type of content, no, they don't, people. All these people that talk that talk, man, they're not about this. No, they scared to death. So it's a hell. This is hell you got to walk through, but it's my path that I have to go through. So I got my people from China in the building on TikTok. Oh, shout out to China. We got China. I told y'all. We got China in the building, baby. Can you send me some yings? What do you call that? So I remember talking to Cody Anderson, and Cody said, if you can keep a person attention at midnight, you are good. Good. I'm gonna give you an example before we go into Assata Shakur. So again, anybody ever heard me speak about Mumia? I always say I got my radio start from Mumia because he was raw with it. He's still raw to this day in jail. So let me take y'all back 16 years ago on WKDU when YouTube just started coming on the scene. Just bear with me. Nobody was doing this on radio. Just bear with me.
Put it on the side of a train. Tell them we're gonna make it so simple and plain. Revolutionary people, yo, say the game.
Oh, y'all can look it up.
Really ready for change.
Hip Hop After Midnight.
Really want to keep it the same. Tell them entertainment is the reason I came. If you down for the struggle, you'll remember these names. Kwame Ture. What you know about Martin Luther King? What you know about Malcolm X? What you know about Medgar Evers? What you know about? If you really want to change the game, take a little time and study these names. Frederick Douglass. What you know about Booker T. Washington? What you know about? If you want injustice to end, take a little time and study these men. Marcus Garvey. What you know about Nat Turner? What you know about? Let me tell you about the struggle, my friend. Tell them we want freedom. I'ma say it again. Tell them we want freedom, not more money to spend. Tell them you gotta listen to this message I say. Come on. Let me talk to you a little bit more. Our ancestors, tell me what you dissing them for. Break the cycle of verse I like, then I don't like you. You raise and praise me up to tear me down like Michael Nanio. KRS loves his people. I walk with my people, not above my people.
I walk with my people, not above my people.
With real truth, evidence, and real proof. Thurgood Marshall, what you know about W.E.B. Du Bois, what you know about Carter G. Woodson, what you know about Nelson Mandela, what you know about. If you really want to change the game, take a little time and study these names. Elijah Muhammad, what you know about
Noble Drew Ali,
what you know about. If you want injustice to end, take a little time and study these men. Kwame Nkrumah, what you know about Sekou Touré, what you know about. We're gonna take it to the back of your brain. Tell them we're gonna put it on the side of a train. Tell them we're gonna make it so simple and plain. Revolutionary people, yo, this ain't a game. Tell them how many of y'all really ready for change. Tell them, but do you really want to keep it the same? Tell them entertainment is the reason I came. If you down for the struggle, just remember these names. Remember these names. Remember these names. Remember these names. Rock, rock.
Africans in America burnt down over 290 cities in the 60s to get 289 powerless players in the 80s.
200 powerless black mayors.
you don't see no
None
camera.
of these names.
No cameras, right?
We're going to give it one. We'll be right back. Hit me up 215-895-5917. That was KRS-One. He said, if you want to make a change, study these men that you're not going to hear about on mainstream. We'll be right back because we're at war. RBGs 24/7. It's like you have to live this. And when you come from a certain group or a certain tree, you're going to be that. You're gonna have to live that, because most of these cats that I see and hear, radio, TV, whatever, it's like they don't.
Keep trying to tell y'all. And I have a volume to this. This is a still frame, baby. That wasn't even no podcasting. This is what I was doing on radio back then. And it was our own people. This radio station was different. It was owned by a university, but black radio stations didn't want to hear me talk to y'all about this, brother. Oh, y'all have no idea what I will go through. So again, the only groups that you see out here really fighting, and if I'm wrong, click the link and let me know. Tell me what other group that is to this day right now goes into the courtroom, challenges jurisdiction, challenging their laws right now. Name one of these groups, because don't mention foundational Black Americans, because they keep trying to fit in. It is not foundational Black America. It's the Panther Party. It's the MOVE organization. And it's the Moors. And who's coming? It's the cowards that sit on the sideline. If I'm wrong, I know y'all see the link, because we are the only ones that is challenging everything that's being put out here. We are. We're not begging for no reparations, my nigga. We talking about what's right and what's wrong. And a lot of these dudes that y'all see on social media could never, ever survive what Assata Shakur and all of them was going through. John Africa used to go to court and fall asleep and be killing the case. Facts. Facts. They're not out here talking about this either. Which one of them is showing you the terrorism law? I told y'all everybody to get this book. Y'all keep sleeping, right? Best bear with me. I told everybody to get this book, terrorism law. You ain't got to wait for me. You can order it. I can email it to you, because it's a lot that's in here. Oh my gosh. I was born in 75, so I've been rocking with you. Old school hip hop, true school hip hop, not old school. We call it true school hip hop, not old school. That's TikTok, people. I told everybody to get this book. But let's go to what Europeans do, since they love the foundational Black dead Americans. Love to say, oh, it's the white man, nigga, but give me the white man's reparations. Give me his reparations. Let me share something with y'all. I don't know if y'all know history. The email is right there, family. Here it is right here. My email is right here, sabirbayradio@gmail.com. Right there, sabirbayradio@gmail.com. So the Quakers, some Quakers died. Some Quakers died saving people. Guess who else? Guess who else saved so-called Black people from slavery that they don't tell y'all? Did y'all know Mexicans did that too? Did you know that Mexicans would not give no slaves up? Black slaves, let's make it clear. Did y'all know that? That when they went to Mexico, they said, no, nigga, we're not giving them back. But you listen to these, you sound like, you know what they sound like? The people that was waiting for the rapture and it didn't come. That's what they sound like. It sounds like the people that was waiting for the rapture and the rapture never came. That's what foundational Black Americans are. They get on the white man's platform, don't educate you on nothing, but they yell, scream, and call somebody tether, and you don't look up the word tether and argue about stupid stuff. Never went into a courtroom, but they'll go into the courtroom to tell on somebody. They'll go into the courtroom and snitch on somebody. They'll go into the courtroom to sue somebody. They'll go to the same white man or the white supremacist. If I'm wrong, correct me. Y'all can come on the feed and correct me. Y'all should beat me up. I'm tired, right? I'm in Oakland. I just came from LA. I should be asleep. So, again, the foundational Black Americans like to sue niggas. They like to get on social media and talk about Africans, and we're not Africans, and we're not Caribbean people. We're foundational, nigga. I'm going to tell you. But you got the white man's suit, the white man's card, the white man's education, the white man's credit card, debit card, whatever card. You can never survive, never, ever do what Assata Shakur or John Africa or Mumia. You niggas would are broke because you ain't built like that. I'm talking to foundational Black Americans. I ain't never break, and I ain't never bend over for nobody. Never bent over for nobody. All I've been doing is giving you 110% of what I've been doing. And I shouldn't even have to give you that. So I'm built off the backs of them. I did lectures with Pam Africa. I did lectures with Ramona Africa. When they had the shootouts, I went up there to move when they bombed the Move House. I'm from Philadelphia. I remember when they bombed it. I remember the shootouts at Drexel, the first shootout where they built Drexel University at. So don't come to me talking about you foundational Black Americans. You fighting. You niggas ain't fighting nothing but on social media looking like assholes. You can never, ever do what they have done back then. Pardon self. So, again, the only groups, and nobody's getting paid. We don't get paid. I don't get paid off a super chat. I don't get paid off a cats hit me up. I don't. I ask people to support what I'm doing. But let me share this with you. Remember I told you the Quakers died. Mexicans fought not to bring slaves. They was like, no, nigga, we not letting slaves back in there. You got to be crazy. Y'all should watch The Last Purge. Y'all should pay attention to The Last Forever Purge. Forever Purge. Forever Purge. When you had Obama, the nigga that y'all like, tried to get Assata Shakur back to the United States. Y'all don't remember that? Go Google it. Google it. Barack Obama tried to get her back to the United States. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all got amnesia somewhere? Think about it. So let's go to the guy who's talking about Assata. Then I'm going to play some stuff on Assata Shakur. Y'all can hit the link. Don't act like y'all scared. Don't get scared. Let's go.
2013, the FBI added the first woman ever to their most wanted terrorist list. Her name was Assata Shakur, and at the time she was put on the list, the alleged crime she committed happened over 40 years ago. If you look at this list today, Assata still occupies the #1 spot. So what makes Assata so dangerous, and why is the FBI obsessed with capturing her? Hey everybody, Professor Moore here, and today I want to talk about the remarkable and controversial life of Assata Shakur. I first learned about Assata while doing research for my dissertation, and after reading her autobiography, I became convinced that more people need to know about her life and struggles. This is her story. Assata was born in 1947 with the name Joanne Chesimard, and she grew up in North Carolina and New York. And from the time she was a little girl, she experienced all of the ugliness of American racism. She described how, I can remember clearly squatting in the bushes with mosquitoes biting me, and my grandmother handing me toilet paper because we could not find a place with a colored bathroom. Sometimes we were hungry, but there was no place to eat. Other times we were sleepy and there was no hotel or motel that would admit us. If I sit and add up all the colored toilets and drinking fountains in my life and all of the back of the buses or the Jim Crow rail cars or the places I couldn't go, it adds up to one great ball of anger. It took a while for Joanne to begin to question what she had been taught about America. She explained how, as a child, I believed that America was really a good country. Like my teacher said in school, the greatest country on the face of the earth. I grew up believing that stuff, really believing it. And now, 20 odd years later, it seems like a bad joke. As a teenager, Joanne started doing her own research, and she began to question everything she had ever been taught. She realized that we had been completely brainwashed and we didn't even know it. We accepted white value systems and white standards of beauty, and at times we accepted the white man's view of ourselves. We had never been exposed to any other point of view or any other standard of beauty. Joanne finally came to see that nobody is going to give you the education you need to overthrow them. Nope. Nobody is going to teach you your true history, teach you your true heroes, if they know that that knowledge will help set you free. Schools in America are interested in brainwashing people with Americanism, giving them a little bit of education and training them in skills needed to fill the positions the capitalist system requires. As long as we expect America's schools to educate us, we will remain ignorant. Once Joanne began this process of self-discovery, she made an important observation that would shape her life. She came to see that America is plagued by two evils, racism and capitalism. She concluded that capitalism meant that rich businessmen owned the wealth, while socialism meant that the people who made the wealth owned it. And she believed that both the Democratic and the Republican Party are controlled by millionaires, and they are only interested in holding on to their power. She said, "To me, the revolutionary struggle of Black people had to be against racism, capitalism, imperialism, and sexism, and for real freedom under a socialist government." When she was in her 20s, Joanne briefly joined the Black Panther Party, but as that party started to break down, she joined a more militant group called the Black Liberation Army. Joining this group changed her life. Joanne now decided she would dedicate her life to becoming a full-time revolutionary. She said, "Of all the things I wanted to be when I was a little girl, a revolutionary certainly wasn't one of them, and now it was the only thing I wanted to do. Everything else was secondary." This was such a major step and departure from her previous life that she decided to adopt a new name. Joanne Chesimard decided to discard her slave name and adopt the name Assata Shakur. Shakur means thankful one, and Assata means she who struggles. Joanne became Assata in 1971 at the age of 24, and she couldn't have chosen a more fitting name.
Let's think about this. At 24, these niggas in their 30s, 40s, 50s are scared to death. You niggas are scared to death on social media, crying, bitching, and talk about who's not African, we're not African, they not like us. Nigga, you better sit your ass down, foundational dead Americans.
Because from 1971 to 1979, her life was one long series of struggles against the criminal justice system, racism, and the capitalist system that upholds it all. All of her troubles began on May 2nd, 1973, when Shakur and two other members of the Black Liberation Army were pulled over by police on the New Jersey Turnpike. After a struggle, a Black Liberation Army member and a police officer were shot dead, and Assata was badly wounded by 2 gunshots. Assata was then charged with murder and several other crimes. Now that police had Assata in their custody, they charged her with crimes dating back to 1971. And over a 5-year period, she faced a total of 7 trials for her alleged activities with the Black Liberation Army. These included bank robbery, kidnapping, attempted murder, and fatally shooting a police officer. Before she ever stepped into a courtroom, law enforcement and the media had already painted her as a violent, un-American criminal. That's why she felt an urgent need to get a message to the public contradicting her widespread demonization. Assata was able to convince her aunt and lawyer, Evelyn Williams, to bring a tape recorder to one of their meetings at the prison so she could record a message. On Independence Day, 1973, Assata recorded her message titled "To My People" that was then broadcast on several radio stations. In the message, she said, "Black brothers, Black sisters, I want you to know that I love you, and I hope that somewhere in your hearts you have love for me. My name is Assata Shakur, and I am a revolutionary, a Black revolutionary. By that, I mean that I have declared war on all of the forces that have raped our women, castrated our men, and kept our babies empty-bellied. I have declared war on the rich who prosper on our poverty, the politicians who lie to us with smiling faces, and all the mindless, heartless robots who protect them and their property. I am a Black revolutionary, and as such, I am a victim of all of the wrath, hatred, and slander that America is capable of. Like all other Black revolutionaries, America is trying to lynch me. It should be clear to us by now who the real criminals are. Nixon and his crime partners have murdered hundreds of third world brothers and sisters in Vietnam, Cambodia, Mozambique, Angola, and South Africa. As was proved by Watergate, the top law enforcement officials in this country are a lying bunch of criminals. The rulers of this country have always considered their property more important than our lives. They call us murderers, but we did not murder Martin Luther King Jr., Emmett Till, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, George Jackson, Nat Turner, James Chaney, and countless others. They call us thieves and bandits. They say we steal, but it was not we who stole millions of Black people from Africa. They call us thieves, yet it is not we who rip off billions of dollars every year through tax evasions, illegal price fixing, embezzlement, consumer fraud, bribes, kickbacks, and swindles. They call us thieves, but we did not rob and murder millions of Indians by ripping off their homeland, then call ourselves pioneers. Every revolution in history has been accomplished by actions. We must create shields that protect us and spears that penetrate our enemies. Black people must learn how to struggle by struggling. Authorities were frustrated because almost all of their cases were dropped for lack of evidence. Assata's trials either ended in not guilty verdicts, mistrials, or hung juries. It was only during her last trial for the murder of a police officer when she was finally convicted. However, the evidence at the trial proved that Assata did not fire a gun that night, and there is no way that she could be responsible for that police officer's death. But the evidence didn't matter. They wanted Assata locked up, and they were willing to do anything to make sure it happened. In 1977, Assata was sentenced to 33 years in prison, but 2 years later, she made a daring escape and traveled to Cuba, where she still lives to this day. Many today see Assata as a cold-blooded murderer. The FBI wants her brought back to America so she can be thrown back into prison. But others know the truth. They know that the evidence presented at her trial proved she was innocent. They know that from the day Assata became a revolutionary, the government targeted her and was determined to imprison her no matter what. So what advice would Assata give us on this matter? Well, she would tell us, always decide who your enemies are for yourself and never let your enemies choose your enemies for you. And for those of us who are afraid to embrace a revolutionary life, she would tell us, I'm more afraid of what will happen if I don't struggle than what will happen if I do. If you want to learn more about Assata Shakur, please read her amazing autobiography. You will not regret it.
Remember I told y'all before, everybody struggles? A baby struggles to come from the womb of a woman. But how Allah works, Allah makes you forget it. So don't think that the foundational Black Americans niggas are struggling. They're not struggling. These niggas are on social media talking about who's not Black. They're not like us on the same white man's platform while they're getting money, whether y'all believe it or not. They're getting money. The head dude that y'all watch every day, he gets money. He got caught getting money from them. I'm not getting money from the government, my G. I told you. The Freedom Fighters, the MOVE organization, the Moors, and the Black Panthers are the only people that is fighting this system. Only ones. That's why we so freaking broke. We're broke. We're not on here arguing with our people, talking about, you know, you're not that. Oh, I'm the foundational Black American because we foundational, brother. Come on, give me your money. We need reparations from the white man. But you're not teaching people what laws are. I told everybody again, I'm gonna pull this up. If I'm wrong, y'all could jump in the cipher. I told y'all to get this book. So how could she be on the most wanted list when the biggest terrorist is the police? The biggest terrorist is the police. But the niggas foundational Black America's not in no courtrooms fighting. They're gonna take you in the courtroom to sue you, though. That's what they're gonna do. And I know they're watching on the low. So y'all better cop that book right there. So let me explain this to y'all. I'm just getting up here to Oakland. Let me explain this to y'all. Domestic terrorism is here. So give me 1 second. This is called the United States Codes, people, not the United States Sabir Bay. United States Code section 2331. Let me scroll down here and show you how this works. And I'm going to explain to you, the police do this right here. I'm going to explain all of these things to you right here. This is what Assata was talking about. The term domestic terrorism means what? Activity has involved acts that's dangerous to human life. It is a violation of the criminal law or the laws of the United States, right? Appear to attended to intimidate or coerce a civilian population. Is the foundational Black Americans telling people that? Give me 1 second. Let's pull it up. Is the foundational Black Americans walking you through this right here? Somebody better talk to me. No, and they care less about this also. They care less. So they threaten you if you don't sign a ticket. They threaten you if you don't obey them. They threaten you if you don't show them ID. You don't have to show ID to these people. They work for you. They work for you. Your tax dollars pay these police officers, my G. And this is what Mumia, this is what Pam, this is what Ramona, this is what Assata Shakur and I was talking about. They was talking about you have to know the law. Foundational Black Americans don't teach nothing about law, family. They telling you we got to get our reparations to make everything right again. And I know some of you watching from the Foundational Black American. If you're not, please share this out. To intimidate or coerce. So they know the term tether, right? Tell them to look up the word coercion. Tell them to look it up. Look that word up and see the definition of that. Okay? These cats is not about truth, bro. It's about how many people going to follow. How many people going to follow me? Oh my God, he likes me. Oh, we're going to get there. You know, you dig. You dig. I'm going to tell you. You dig. You dig. You dig. I'm from Philadelphia. I know the history. Trust me. These people are like sisters and brothers. Pam Africa, Ramona Africa. I can get on the phone with both of them. We did a lecture in Black and Nobels when they was in North Philly on Broad Street. I brought Taj in the room. So when people say, oh, Sabir, are you not unity? Yes, I am about unity. I be bringing everyone together. You don't see them saying, let's call Sabir on the hitter. Let's call Sabir up. Let's see what Sabir's at. No, that's not what the conscious people want. So when I brought Taj in the room, I brought Ramona in the room, and I brought Pam in the room. I still have the video. I did lectures with James Smalls. I did lectures with Leonard Jeffries. I did lectures. I brought Wesley Muhammad to LA too, twice. Booker T. Coleman, y'all call him Kaba, right? 2 times. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you that? I brought ties to California twice. Did they tell you that in the conscious community? Go ask Wesley Muhammad, did he get paid? How many times he got paid from Sabir Bey? Go ask Wesley, Smalls, Leonard Jeffries. Go ask all of them. Did they get paid? Since I'm so against our people. Right? You follow me? I've been living out here in LA for I'm in Oakland right now. I just got up here. But I've been living in LA for 15 years, my G. 15 years. You follow me? So I understand all of this. I remember the history. These dudes that y'all watching on social media now are not built like that back then. Let me help y'all out. You ready? They're not built like this, man. That's why they can't buy Sabir. How could we buy him? Let's go to Assata Shakur. You ready? And I'm open. Y'all can hit the link. Come on, man. Don't forget to share, like, and support too. Shout out to my sister Tiffany and my brother Blunty in France. What up?
My name is Assata Shakur. My name is Assata Shakur, and I was born and raised in the United States.
Listen.
I am a descendant of Africans who were kidnapped and brought to the Americas.
So Tariq will say she foundational. Let's rewind that back one more time. Listen to what she said. Just in case foundational Black Americans didn't hear that.
Shakur, and I was born and raised in the United States. I am a descendant of Africans who were kidnapped and brought to the Americas as slaves. I am a descendant of Africans who were kidnapped and brought to the Americas as slaves. I spent my early childhood in the racist, segregated South. I later moved to the northern part of the country, where I realized that Black people were equally victimized by racism and oppression. I grew up and became a political activist, participating in student struggles, the anti-war movement, and most of all, in the movement for the liberation of African Americans in the United States. I later joined the Black Panther Party, an organization that was targeted by the COINTELPRO program, a program that was set up by the Federal Bureau of Investigation program.
Hold up.
I later joined the Black Panther Party, an organization that was targeted by the COINTELPRO program, a program that was set up by the Federal Bureau of Investigation
One more time.
to eliminate all Africans in the United States. I later joined the Black Panther Party, an organization that was targeted by the COINTELPRO program, a program that was set up by the Federal Bureau of Investigation to eliminate all political opposition to the U.S. government's policies, to destroy the Black liberation movement in the United States, to discredit activists, and to eliminate potential leaders. Under the COINTELPRO program, many political activists were harassed, imprisoned, murdered, or otherwise neutralized. As a result of being targeted by COINTELPRO, I, like many other young people, was faced with the threat of prison, underground, exile, or death. The FBI, with the help of local police agencies, systematically fed false accusations and fake news articles to the press, accusing me and other activists of crimes we did not commit. Although in my case, the charges were eventually dropped or I was eventually acquitted, the national and local police agencies created a situation where, based on their false accusations against me, any police officer could shoot me on sight. It was not until the Freedom of Information Act was passed in the mid-70s that we began to see the scope of the United States government's persecution of political activists. At this point, I think that it is important to make one thing very clear. I have advocated, and I still advocate, revolutionary changes in the structure and in the principles that govern the United States. I advocate self-determination for my people and for all oppressed people inside the United States. I advocate an end to capitalist exploitation, the abolition of racist policies, the eradication of sexism, and the elimination of political repression. If that is a crime, then I am totally guilty. To make a long story short, I was captured in New Jersey in 1973 after being shot with both arms held in the air and then shot again from the back. I was left on the ground to die, and when I did not, I was taken to a local hospital where I was threatened, beaten, and tortured. In 1977, I was convicted in a trial that can only be described as a legal lynching. In 1979, I was able to escape with the aid of some of my fellow comrades. I saw this as a necessary step, not only because I was innocent of the charges against me, but because I knew that the racist legal system in the United States, I would receive no justice. I was also afraid that I would be murdered in prison. I later arrived in Cuba, where I am currently living in exile as a political refugee. The New Jersey State Police and other law enforcement officials say they want to see me brought to justice. But I would like to know what they mean by justice. Is torture justice? I was kept in solitary confinement for more than 2 years, mostly in men's prisons. Is that justice? My lawyers were threatened with imprisonment and imprisoned. Is that justice? I was tried by an all-white jury without even the pretext of impartiality and then sentenced to life in prison plus 33 years. Is that justice? Let me emphasize that justice for me is not the issue I am addressing here. It is justice for my people that is at stake. When my people receive justice, I am sure that I will receive it too.
So let me ask y'all, did she flee? Come on, y'all. Y'all can jump on the feed. Y'all can stop being scared. So when she ran, did she flee like Tariq Nasheed and them be saying people fled? Come on, y'all. Talk to me for a minute. I don't want to be all night. It's like 1:33 over here. Did she flee? Ask Tariq Nasheed, did Assata Shakur flee? See, y'all don't want to have this real conversation. You like niggas that don't do nothing and talk good on social media. So Assata Shakur fled from where? And with who? And how? How did she flee? Somebody helped her from Cuba, right? But you say, hold up, she did flee. That's called a flee. She fled from justice, right? I'm just putting it out there, right? She fled. Come on, y'all talk to me for a minute. She fled, right? So obviously y'all must not know the definition of what fleeing is. So a flee, right? A flee is when something happens, you try to get out of, harm's way. You want to flee. That's called fleeing. So see what? She fled. So when people have issues in their countries and people are bombing them, and niggas like Tariq and them or the Foundation of Black America sit on the white man's platform, never went to court to fight anything, never fight a white man, never challenged the police officer, not one day in their streets, my nigga, but you clapping. Yeah, we foundational, brother. The white supremacists, brother. That sounds good. I'm from Philly. I keep trying to tell y'all, I know these people. I'm cut from a different cloth, my nigga. I'm up from a different cloth. You ain't never seen Sabir bend over. You never seen Sabir submit to none of this. You never seen Sabir get money from none of these people. I fight with the people, my G. I fight for the people. Okay? You can put me in a room with Tariq Nasheed and I'll find out what the hell did any foundational Black Americans do but ask the white man for reparations. And let me clear this up for my peoples. All right, because he want me to answer a question. So y'all should look up this word called jury nullification. I want you to look up that word. I'm going to help you out. What you heard what she said, the all-white jury, right? An all-white juror. I'm going to quote this, and I don't even have a law dictionary, but you need. Jury nullification is when you deal with the facts in the law, not opinion. A jury nullification is that you deal with the facts and the law. Facts and law. Not my opinion, not my belief. This is what we teach. So when Moors are fighting, they're not taking anything like Assata said in the COINTELPRO. Oh, they're stealing houses. Oh, they're doing this. They driving without a license. Oh, they're sovereign citizen conversation. Nigga, sovereign citizen doesn't even exist. I'm going to help y'all out. That's an oxymoron. They don't bring people on to explain what sovereignty is. So I'm going to quote this for y'all. You can look it up, okay? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I want you to look this up in the law dictionary. Everybody, I'm going to quote it for y'all. I'm going to put it up here, then I'm going to quote it. Sovereign people, not sovereign citizen. Sovereign people, not sovereign citizen. It's an oxymoron. It doesn't exist. That's what they pay Negroes to actually say. That's that sovereign citizen conversation. Sovereign people is the political body consisting of the entire number of citizens and qualified electors who in their collective capacity possesses the power of sovereignty and exercise them through their chosen representative. Then it says, C. Scott versus Sanford. I'm going to quote it again. Sovereign people, not sovereign citizen. It does not exist at all. Maybe on the internet it may, but not in law. So sovereign people is the political body consisting of the entire number of citizens and qualified electors who in their collective capacity possesses the power of sovereignty and exercise them through their chosen representative. C. Scott versus Sanford. I told y'all to get those constitutional law books. I have too. Y'all keep playing. I'm not the more you want to test. I'm truly not the one you want to test. Okay? I'm not that one that you want to test. Okay? So I have a bunch of constitutional law books I told you I have. I can pull them all out. but I have a lot. So if you want to try to challenge me, try me. You better do your research first. Okay? So let me see if I can clear up what my brother asked me. You see, I got a photographic memory. Let's go back to my brother. You better pick up a law dictionary and find out what it is, okay? Because if you pick up laws, it'll tell you that the states are sovereign, but the states have this thing called clip sovereignty. Clip sovereignty. Not full sovereignty. I have constitutional law classes I did if y'all want to purchase them. I have a lot of constitutional law classes. Oh, embarrass me. Put me in the room with your best attorney. Okay? So my brother, he said, Sabir, I wanted to ask, is it reclamations or reparations? Let me explain to you this. Factology 101. Reparations is for when nations fight one another. Hold up. Let me see something. Reparations is for when nations fight one another. Reclamations is reclaim what's underneath your feet. Did I do it here? Wait a minute, give me 1 second. Oh. LexisNexis. So reparations is for when nations fight one another. Reclamations is reclaiming the land that's underneath your feet. Reclaim what's underneath your feet. That's called reclamations, not reparations. Reclamations. What that ain't even a definition. Hold up. But they're gonna tell you that tether is right when a tether actually means to be tied down to. Tether means be tied down to. But reclamations is to reclaim what's underneath your feet. The problem is these so-called foundational Black Americans don't want to. They're not ready to go to war with nobody, my G. They're not ready to go to war. They can talk a good game, but y'all can set it up. I'm gonna have to come on a different name. A different name. So reclamations is to reclaim what's underneath your feet. Reparations for when nations fight. There is no Black nation out here, period. There is no Black nation. So this is me at UDC. I'm going to do this real quick. I spoke at UDC in 2008. Oh, Foundational Black Americans didn't tell you that? That was me. January 24th, 2008. Oh, who was the panel? These are two attorneys. That guy's an attorney. He was an attorney. I'm the only one sitting there with the continental flag and the Moroccan flag. Yeah. Y'all can Google that. You can definitely Google it. Help you out just a little bit. It's very easy to Google it. But let's see if we can find some more. Told you. Some people just want to step away from all of this because it's not even worth it anymore. It's not worth it. It's better to join these people now, I guess. So here you go right here. University of District of Columbia Reparations Study Club Lecture Series presents Reparations 101 with guest speakers Sabir Bey, picture that, Watala, Sangar Bey, Farouk Mohammed, University of District of Columbia, Building 41, Room A03, 4400 Connecticut Avenue in Washington, D.C., January the 24th, 2008. Where was Tariq and all these people that's talking about reparations back then? And when I stood on that panel, I said we need to have reclamations, not reparations. Reclamations, not reparations. Very simple, right? It's not complicated. So this is what Assata said, free for all people. For all people. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Yeah, I wish they would. Come on, please support people. No doubt, because I'm open for this dialogue. Cozy in the building. So you have to also remember the COINTELPRO is still alive, baby. It's still alive. Still in effect. Told y'all. Get these books, man. Arm yourself. Stop letting these cats tell lies to your vision, baby. These cats is pimping y'all, and they hate you. I'm gonna play something before I get ready to go. I told y'all to get this book, but there's something about Hannibal my brother sent me today, and I want to play this for y'all if I can. Where is it at? Oops, can't find it. I wanted to play this audio about Hannibal and how his own people took him down. Our own people. We take us down in a heartbeat, big. Damn shame is us. Because the jealousy, envy, and hate is so real, big. So listen. May Allah be pleased with my sister Assata Shakur. Y'all can reach out to me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. That's my Zelle, that's my PayPal, and that's my Chime. And this is my time. So again, you don't really want this with me. I'm talking to the foundational Black Americans. Y'all better rewatch this. It's only an hour. It is 1 o'clock, 1:44 over here, y'all. I do want to lay down like a normal person. If you want to get this book, please reach out to me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. But you always must speak your mind.
You have to speak the truth. You have to speak your mind. Every time I speak my mind, I'm lyrically critical. The pinnacle of being revolutionarily pivotal. Beyond anything ever studied that's metaphysical. Man, fuck a minority. I'm not politically minimal, but obviously terminologies that are statistical are manufactured to be unequivocally subliminal, transmitted by monopolized media visuals. So I riddle hypocritically pitiful criminals, habitually utilizing typical rituals with false pretense in attempts to be spiritual to individuals who believe in biblical miracles instead of themselves, because they're not thinking original, and the color of their skin makes them feel invisible, like microscopic miscarriages lynched with the umbilical. Only a fucking imbecile would think they're uncorrectable, because you're susceptible to becoming more than a spectacle. Remember that you're flesh and blood and your body's dissectable. I'll beat you until you're a vegetable and wake up in a hospital covered in poisonous chemicals in a fetal position with your face sewn to your testicles, thinking that you were kidnapped by extraterrestrials. You got heart, I'm the blood that pumps in your ventricles. Technique, I'm like your soul, nigga. Indispensable, with no respect for those who count.
Reclamations, not reparations. Reclamations is reclaiming the land. Reclaim the land that you stand on.
We're at the hour of revolution because the government owes my people restitution instead of sedatives like cocaine and prostitution. Conclusion is that you have to violently silence me because I raid the airwaves and cutthroat piracy. In school, my teachers blinded me, but now I can see. Now I'm mentally and revolutionarily free, broadening horizons about what my people could be if we wasn't set up to get shot, locked, to OD. You see families bleed because of corporate greed, and monopolizing weed is virtually impossible, so it won't be legalized, and that's another obstacle. But I'm still rolling up pocketfuls of tropical. The government's involved directly, so it's unstoppable, like a nuclear rocket full of biochemical toxins that invade the ecological. Improbable that the average intellect could understand. So I encrypted this into hip-hop that's in high demand and spread it through the ghetto of every city like contraband. Stomp a man of any complexion with a devilish nature, because I'm trying to save the earth, but you're just getting in line to rape her.
Ooh, Mortal Technique. Reach out, baby. Same way y'all did Charlie Kirk. Share the same thing with my sister Assata Shakur. May Allah be pleased with her. I hope you have a wonderful evening, morning, wherever you at, on purpose. Reach out to me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. I gotta go get some rest.